Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to choose a person from the World War One memorial names list and help find out a little bit of information about them regarding their involvement with World War One as per the Year 9 History Assessment task. Today, for the purpose of this, I'm going to be choosing a person who I know there's not a complete profile on, just to give you guys a good little idea of what you should be looking at. Okay, so we're going to be looking at Ernest Thomas Eldridge. What you've got on the screen here, and I will just select all of it there, just so you know exactly what I'm looking on. On the left-hand side, you can see the number 22187. That is his personal service number. So whenever you're trying to find up any information about him, that's what you'd be searching in. You can also take a note of his name there as well if you'd like to search it via name. However, it is important to know that there are quite a lot of people with similar names, and sometimes you might accidentally end up looking at the wrong person. So, once you've chosen your person, and I would advise you guys have a quick little look through this list, and then what you'll do is you can pause this video while you're looking through, and as soon as you've found a person, unpause it and we can have a look at the next stage. Okay, so take a little bit of time to do that. All right, and if you've chosen your person by now, what you'll need to do is to go up to the URL and type in vwma.org.au, and you can search up your person by going to the home. You'll lead up to the home, and you can use their service number, which is that number from the left-hand side. And for Eldridge, my person's Ernest Eldridge, his service number is 22187. So I'll type that in, and you can see he pops up here. You'll click on that, and you'll notice that he's got a little bit of information here, but not a huge amount. What you guys will be doing is adding a lot more to the service history, the personal stories, and personal details. Okay, you can also notice that he doesn't have a photo there. So if you find someone who's already got a photo or who's already got a service history, like a quite a large service history, chances are you'll probably need to choose a different one, as some other student may have already provided some information for that. So once you've selected your person, what you'll need to do is hopefully you've been provided with the PDF for researching a person. So the first website that you're going to go to is the AIF project, and this has basically a database where you can search up the name, the regimental number, which is the same as that service number that we looked up just before, and you can just click on this hyperlink and follow it across. I've already got it up, so I can just go straight over to it, and it looks something like this. So the page that you'll get onto will look like this. I just typed in the service number, but you can also search by name if you want as well. I just find the service number is a little bit easier. So you click on search, you can see, look, we've got Ernest Eldridge, he's popped up here. You click on him, and it's got a huge amount of information here already. So what you can do, start copying and pasting some of this information over to a Word document, because that'll form the basis of your, I guess, personal details section. So personal details, we have his service number, last rank, last unit, but there's also a lot of other information, such as let's see if we can edit this just very quickly. Doesn't look like that'll be very quickly, or that we'll be able to edit that very quickly. Let's quickly just have a look at another person. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot more information available for some soldiers. So there's stuff like cause of death, place of birth, place of death, sorry, nicknames, all this kind of stuff. And what you can do is you can notice that, okay, look, for the occupational section, this guy's a labourer, his religion's he's a Methodist, and his place of birth is in Theberton, South Australia. So you can find all those kind of details, and when you're editing, you will also have a page that looks a little bit like this as well, and you'll be able to go through. And it's got a huge amount of stuff like service outcome, hometown, occupation, service number. So you guys will be able to edit that in for your own person. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you where to go to research. So on the AAF website, all you need to do, copy and paste this stuff over. Make sure you keep a note of the hyperlink so that way you can save it for your bibliography as well. and this will be your first stop. So take a moment to pause the video, get this information down, and then we can continue with the next step. Okay, so the next step, once you've done that, let's go back to this one. All you've got, all the information that you need, you will be able to find on these particular websites. So step 2 is the Australian War Memorial. So I've got that up already. And all you need to do, click on the hyperlink. Again, use the service number because that's the easiest way to do it. You can click on search, and you will find that there's a lot of information that kind of overlaps as well. When you scroll down, embarkation roles means the date that they kind of, they went out to serve. So this guy's got his records for embarkation, and you can see, oh, look, here he is. So you'd click on that. And this has got the original primary source document there. So if you want to take a copy of that, you can download a low-res image of that. You've also got some more information down here. So look, Ernest Eldridge, his rank was driver, or he was a driver, sorry, and he fought in the First World War. And the ship that he left on was the HMAT Medic A7. And if you download the low-res image, it always come up as that, so you'd have to zoom in and have a look. Actually, that one's not got a great resolution. You might be able to understand it, or you might not. But that's the second step. So once you've done that, you can copy and paste the URL as well, because you'll need to save that hyperlink for your bibliography as well, and add that to the list. So add this information here to your Word document. Try and sort it so it's a little bit organized, and then you can go from there. Okay, so take a moment to pause the video now, and you can go through off of that. Okay, so step 3, if your soldier, so this is where it'll be a lot more specific to your own World War I veteran, but if your soldier died during the war, so they were killed in action or they were missing in action, you will need to go to the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. So this is step 3 here. So this is only if your soldier died during World War I. Okay. It is possible you might be able to find someone who died a little bit after, but for the most part, this will be where you would go if they were they died during the war. If for whatever reason your person has got a little bit more of a history behind them, you can go to the National Archives of Australia and copy that hyperlink, and you can just go across, open up a new tab, search that. Keywords, we can go name search or basic search. Let's go with name search. We might be able to find it is Eldridge, and his given name is Ernest. And it looks like that didn't want to work. Select a category, sorry. Select World War I. Service number, there you go, 22187. You can search, hopefully that works. All right, here we go. If you click on View Digital Copy after the search has been brought up, it'll come up with this, and you can see that it is a scanned document with Ernest Thomas Eldridge's information, and this is his enlistment service. So you can see the date that he joined. So he joined on the 14th of September 1915. You can also see he was 25 years and 10 months old. He's a labourer. He is not an apprentice. He's not married. You can see all of this information just here, and this is a lot of his personal details. Okay, so now that you've got that, it would be a good idea to download this document, and you would also want to just keep that handy just in case you need to post that up. Wonder if we click over, yep, and you can see all of his documents here. So certificate of the testing officer, he's taken the oath there. You can see how much he weighed. So he weighed 140 pounds. I'm not sure how much that is in kilos, but I think it's probably around the 50 kilo mark. And he was 5 foot and 6.5 inches tall, and he was 25 years old and 10 months. So he was a year at the time of recording, about a year younger than me. There you go. place, Adelaide. Yep. So it's got a huge amount of information on him. It's got 25 pages of information. I will not be going through and all of these things. That's for you guys to do on your own particular person. You can see transfer documents, all this kind of stuff. So it is extremely useful for you guys to have a look at this kind of stuff. I will direct you guys in another video to a guide on how to read old-timey English handwriting, because I can understand it may look a little bit challenging. So we will get around to that video at some point. Okay, so after this was the record search at the National Archives of Australia. So again, that is the fourth hyperlink there. Trove as well will search all the newspapers. So if your person has won any kind of medals or decorations or anything like that, that's where they'll pop up for that. But for now, this will be a good little spot for you guys to work in. It'll give you a lot of basic information and it will give you a good place to start. I'll give you guys a moment, so pause the video here, give yourself a moment to collect some information from the National Archives of Australia, and you might also want to search Trove Australia. When we unpause, we'll be going through a little bit more on how to start constructing a biography for your soldier, and we can go from there. Okay, welcome back. So if you've unpaused the video now, then that means that I'm assuming you've completed steps 1 through 5 with finding the basic information for your soldier. What we're going to do now is we're going to extend the research a little bit. So what you can do is you can start to draw a little bit of a mental picture on what your soldier, what your veteran actually did. So what you'll be doing is finding out the dates that your person served, which you'll have found in the National Archives and also possibly in the AIF and the Australian War Memorial. Sorry. So you'll be able to find out, okay, what days was your person on leave and when were they actually active? And you'll be able to, and you should have noticed by now what group they were actually in, so what battalion they were in. And what you can do is you can search up that battalion. So let's go back to our guy here. He was in the Howitzer Brigade and he was in Battery 108. So what I might do is I might highlight this. You just copy and paste that, and you might go to the Virtual War Memorial. And if you've got your soldier up here, you'll be able to just click back and you'll be able to say, okay, yep. So he was in the 23 Howitzer Brigade, 1 to 10 reinforcements. So let's just copy that. Let's have a little look. We can go into the collections. So if you click on collection, copy and paste in 23 Howitzer Brigade, you can find a digitized collection here. Let's just have a look and see if that has got anything there. So you can see this is May 1916. So that's the date period that we're looking at. And you can see this is a nominal roll. So it has got a list of these soldiers' names. And this is the original document. Another useful thing that you could potentially do is if you copy and paste this and just chuck it into Google, it might possibly pop up with a little bit more information. You can find, as much as we kind of say Wikipedia is not a great source, it does give you a quick little rundown of what different artillery divisions and stuff there were. So if your guy was in an artillery division, you'd be able to find out, okay, well, what were they actually involved in? So that might be the next step for you guys. Anyway, that should be all that you need right now. And this should keep you guys going for the first couple lessons. So I will leave you guys now for you to conduct your own independent research. Obviously, ask your teacher if you need any help, or you can send an email to me as well. It's up to you. Thank you.